Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. Yeah, the title says it all. Old schools, Macho Nachos. You never, I promise y'all, you're never gonna see nothing like I'm about to show you here. This is something I created over 20 years ago. Anytime, I'm just gonna repeat, anytime. I mean, you can have people watching this and been to my, I love to entertain in my house. Haven't did as much the last 2 years because of COVID. Anytime you come to, especially a sporting event, when you're watching an NBA basketball game, World Series, Super Bowl, whatever, if I don't have this on my buffet line, they gonna ask for it. What's wrong? This is the most requested. It's the first thing they eat and the last thing they eat. It's nothing left. And I make big pots of it. I'm gonna show you what I do with the cheese sauce that I make. I make it by the gallons, and it goes like crazy because I had to create a nacho that eats well. You know how when you eat nachos, you get a little something on the chip. You don't get a lot of chopping. You eating it with your hand. The chip is too big. I had to create something that has that good chip flavor, and it eats better. And this was the remedy. FRITOS. This is the key to my nachos. I don't use a normal nacho chip. I use FRITOS, and I got all this goodness going together. Now for the step off and get everything prepped up, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I set it up. If somebody was at my house for a Super Bowl, show you I've been had this. Let me show you this right now. This little thing here, I don't even know where I bought it from. I've been had it for over 20 years. This little thing here, I use this only for my nacho station. I'll show y'all later when I set this thing up later on, how I set this up. But this, like I say, this is the most requested and the most go for. And I have, when I do Super Bowl parties or function, I have no less than 15 items, no less. So I had to create something that's very simple, very fast, and very good. So I have at least other items going. I needed something else to be somebody could, when they first get here, start eating on. I like to do that. When you walk into my house, if I do a party, entertain, there's already something there that you start eating on. It ain't no just cracker and cheese. You got some good stuff to eat on. And while I got the other stuff going, I like all my food to be hot. One day I'm going to do a video actually how I do a function, do things at my house, what goes first and what goes second. Because everything you eat in my house is hot. And when you first get there, I got a hot hors d'oeuvres, hot appetizers, hot stuff going for you to eat on. And as people showing up, I started bringing out the big guns of things, putting it on the buffet tables and things like that. Where every time you get something, it is very, very hot. It's the way you do it, and there's a system you do it, and there's organizations you do it. But this is always the first thing. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to step off, get some prep done here, and I'll be back. This thing is so simple to put together. You see all these items out here, you probably say, oh my God, this is... No, this is so easy, so simple, and I'm going to show you when I get back. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we are back. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to make the meat for the sauce that's going to go on the tacos. And what I got a couple of hamburger patties that I had in the freezer. It's the best hamburger patties made, y'all. All my hard steaks, they make I always buy like maybe 2 or 3 dozen of hamburger patties from them, maybe every 3 or 4 months. And then when I want a hamburger, they make the best. It's real good meat. I know y'all heard of Omaha Steak Company. I'm not endorsed by them, but they make a good product. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to brown this off. This is very simple, y'all. I'm telling you. I created this 20 years ago. And it's just been a staple ever since, y'all. Because it's so simple to set up, and it's so simple to eat. Especially when you just sitting, you got to eat on your lap. You need some lap food. You don't need, everybody don't have to be on the table. So, and you can stand up and eat this. So I'm going to brown it off a little. And I use El Paso taco seasoning mix. El Paso. I don't even put my own seasoning. I'm telling y'all. This, when you cooking a Super Bowl party, you entertaining, you got 15, sometimes 20 different food items to do. That's everything from appetizer, entrees to desserts. You try to do a few shortcuts. Especially if you got to get it all done in 2 or 3 hours, which I do. When I start say if I got a Super Bowl start at 5:30. I start maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be through about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and that means doing 20 items. 15, 20 items. That's every year. I do everything fresh. I might, if I'm doing a brisket, of course, I might do that. Start that the night before, but everything else, I do the day of. Nothing like fresh product. Okay. Now, put this taco meat in here. And I put all of it in there. I don't even go by the directions. I know that's probably less meat than it called for. But this stuff has so much flavor in it. And we'll get all this in there, mixed together. All that incorporated together there, y'all. Telling y'all, this is amazing. This is the key to my sauce. It's gonna go over the nachos. Cook it a little bit more. All this is all cooked there. And don't worry about it cooking really well, because once I put it in the sauce, it's going to cook even more, y'all. So what it is, I'm going to put this here on the side. Hold on. Put this on the side here, and move this over here. Got so much stuff. This up here. Okay. Let's go move this on the side. Move this pot up here. Let's see here. Turn it back up here. Now, we'll put a little cream in here. Because I'm going to melt some velvetta. Yes, velvetta, y'all. Velvetta cheese. Stuff some people hate. But this stuff is a lifesaver. Sometimes. Alright, put the velvetta in there. Alright. Of course, if I'm doing a big party, y'all, I use a whole loaf. I use a whole, and in the description of the video, I'm going to give you, I use the whole 2-pound loaf. See that? But in the description of the video, y'all, I'm going to give you the full recipe. It's just me here and a friend of mine's coming over, and that's it for tonight. So I'm going to kind of mix this down here. Get that down in there like that. Break this up. And I did a half of the meat too, y'all, but I put all the seasoning in there. It don't matter. More seasoning, the better. Okay. Now I'm going to use a can of rotel tomatoes. I'm going to put a can of rotel tomatoes in here, y'all. Making them regular queso here. There we go. Now, the key is I want to bring this to a boil. Not boiled really. I just want to melt the cheese in here and incorporate the velvetta in there. Then I'm going to add the meat back to this. And that's going to be it for this, y'all. See how quick this is going to come together. So anyway, I'm going to cook this really slow. And I'll be back here about 6-7 minutes. And I'm going to show you the rest of the setup. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we are back. And all this is melted together. See this? Like I say, y'all, if I was having a real Super Bowl party or a get together at my house, this pot, I'd have my bigger pot. This is my smaller Dutch oven, but I'd have my bigger one out to definitely make a big pot. Now, all I'm going to do now, that meat I had, I'm going to put all that meat in there, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is a big pot of flavor. This over here out of the way. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to mix that meat up in there. Look at that, y'all. Oh, yeah. Now, I got a bowl here. I'm going to show y'all how I do this here. What it is, I'm going to step off here. I'm going to get everything on my counter organized and ready. And I'm going to show y'all how I present this. So if you was to come to my house, how you would eat this stuff. And you probably saying, how would I build this? I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to do it. So, anyway, y'all, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we are back. All right, y'all. This is how I would set it up. Of course, it wouldn't be here on my kitchen counter. It'd be on my buffet table in my former dining room. But this is what I would do. I got chopped tomatoes, chopped onions, shredded cheddar cheese, jalapenos, got picante sauce in the middle, sour cream. And sometimes I put lettuce on the side. It'll go in there too. Then you see I put the queso sauce in the middle, and I put the chips around it. And then let me show you how you're supposed to build this thing, y'all. Let me show you. Of course, I have those little plastic tongs. I'm gonna use my hands right now, y'all. But the little plastic tongs, like I get them at Target. People can pick them up with the little tongs, you know. A little bit more Fritos on here. Now, first thing I do, get my ladle here. I'll put the cheese right on there. See that? Let that cheese soak in on there. Then I'll start building. Get my little spoons here. I like to put the tomatoes on there. Put me some onion and just spin it like this. One thing I like about it spins. Put me some chopped onions on there. Put you some jalapenos on there. Put you some picante sauce on there. Alright, some sour cream on there. Hold on, you put the cheese. Let me get my cheese here. My cheese on there. Then I'll end with my little dollop of sour cream right there. So y'all, I'm gonna step off. I gotta do, of course, I gotta do that famous YouTube thumbnail, and I'll be right back. We're gonna try this out. Be right back. Okay, y'all, we are back. Look at this here. I'm telling y'all, that is a old school Macho Nachos. You ain't gonna see this nowhere else, y'all. This is a creation that, like I say, I created over 20 years ago. I know I was living in an apartment doing Super Bowl parties out of a one-bedroom apartment when I did this back in 1992. Been longer than, shoot, 20 years ago. Well, yeah, let's try this out, y'all. Like I said, eat so much, eat so good. I guess I should get a spoon to this. You can start out with a fork and then you can eat it with a spoon. See that? Look at this. I'm telling you, y'all, with this method, every bite has some of that nice, cheesy meat sauce, well seasoned. Let me get a spoon, y'all. You start with a spoon and can end with a fork. You can eat nachos with a spoon, y'all. Some tomato on there. Look at that. I'm telling y'all, you can put that way you like. Like I said, you can add lettuce, you can put avocados. Some people put olives, you can put olives on nachos. Whatever you want to do. Make a nice setup and let people build their own. Some people don't like jalapenos. That's why I did it like this. Instead of making big blob of nachos, I do it like this and let them eat their own. One more bite, huh? Look at that, that's good eating, y'all. Another thing I do, I put in small bowls like this, because as it goes, I add more hot. That's why I don't put a whole bunch of cheese sauce out at a time, even though it ain't gonna stay long enough because you can get cold. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, just a little idea for your Super Bowl right there, y'all. Doesn't get much better than that. So anyway, let me close this video out. If you like this video, please share, please comment, please subscribe. Please follow my other social media accounts: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag 2022, helping others with a purpose, Old School Soul Food. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.